The debate over whether Bigfoot is real is over. The terrifying question now is, what does it do when it knows it's being watched? The infrared camera triggered at 2:17 a.m. Silent, invisible, no warning lights. Yet, within seconds, the nearly 8-foot entity freezes. It doesn't flee. It doesn't panic. It lifts its head, locking eyes with the hidden lens. The camera captured a moment no one was prepared to see. It walks straight toward us. Every step is slow, deliberate, calculated. It's as if it knows exactly where it is in the frame. Then it leans in, bringing its massive, hair-covered face so close that the screen goes pitch black. And as the final frame flickers out, only one question remains. What have we been missing all these years? Nightmare in the Ouachita Forest. What happens when a solo trip in search of peace twists into the script of a real-life horror movie? This video stands as a chilling warning to anyone planning to venture into the deep woods alone. After witnessing these terrifying moments, you may never dare to step foot in a pine forest by yourself again. The victim in the footage has been identified as Emily, a young traveler exploring the heart of the Ouachita National Forest. She simply wanted to film a vlog to commemorate her time in the majestic wilderness. But her lens inadvertently recorded death approaching from behind. From the shadows of the ancient pines, a massive creature emerges. With no warning roar, giving its prey zero chance to react, it lunges with the speed of an apex predator. Its dark hands, massive as excavator shovels, violently wrap around Emily, crushing her and lifting her into the air like a lifeless rag doll. Look closely at the creature's face as it closes in on the victim. A glossy black visage with a mouth gaping wide in a threat display, revealing stark white teeth and wild eyes roaring with the frenzy of the hunt. Emily's blood-curdling scream is instantly swallowed by the ancient forest. The bone-chilling twist comes after this footage was leaked. Authorities confirmed there are absolutely no missing persons reports matching this woman's description in the area. So, who is Emily? Did she vanish into thin air, or did she never exist at all? If this is acting, why is that look of sheer terror so hauntingly authentic? Do you think this is a staged hoax or proof of a perfectly covered-up abduction? Let me know your thoughts. 2. Mysterious creatures spotted in Olympic National Park. This grainy black and white footage, extracted from a camera trap deep in the core of Olympic National Park, represents a rare exception, capturing 2 Bigfoots appearing together. The video begins with a still, eerie scene. A creature stands towering in the foreground, displaying a massive chest and dense fur. Meanwhile, a second creature in the background is crouched low, slamming its hand against a tree trunk, a signature tree-knocking behavior used to mark territory. What shocks viewers is that moments later, the second creature stands up. It is not a juvenile. It matches the first in height and bulk, 2 true titans on a night hunt. As soon as the camera's infrared light flashes, both seem to realize they've been exposed. There is no roar of intimidation. Instead, they show visible panic, turning hurriedly and crashing into the brush to hide, as if being seen by humans is the ultimate taboo in their laws. Skeptics argue this is merely 2 men in costumes staging a late-night play. But look closely at how their eyes reflect the light. What do you think? A clumsy skit? Or a rare moment where we caught a Bigfoot pair on patrol? Leave your verdict below. The most controversial Bigfoot face of the year. A video storming cryptozoology forums this past week has shared a clip capturing a Bigfoot's face, with a clarity that induces shivers. The owner of the video claims he accidentally recorded this moment while camouflaged to film wildlife. From behind dense foliage, a hair-covered face suddenly appears, peeking out. Look closely at this face. Reddish-brown fur covers it entirely, a wide, flat nose, and specifically deep wrinkles etched into the forehead and nose bridge, suggesting an elder individual. But what sends a chill down the viewer's spine is the eyes. These are not the solid black eyes of a beast. They have whites, depth, and a gleam of intelligence mirroring our own. It is observing the lens not with aggression, but with cautious curiosity. Because it is too clear, the war between believers and skeptics has exploded. Skeptics claim this is a product of CGI or an expensive Hollywood mask. However, scientists analyzing the pupil dilation and eye structure hesitate to call it a fake. And I want you to look straight into those haunting brown eyes for 3 seconds. What does your intuition say? Is this an actor in a rubber mask? Or are we truly face to face with a lost relative? Let me know your opinion. A strange encounter on a Kentucky farm. We often picture Bigfoot as monsters roaring and smashing trees in the deep woods. But have you ever thought that this legendary creature also gets the munchies? The following footage, extracted from a security camera at an isolated farm in rural Kentucky, shows a completely different and strangely cute side of the Sasquatch. Look at that physique. A tall, muscular creature with thick fur, hunching over a tomato cage. The most amazing part is how it interacts with the food. Its massive, rough hand doesn't crush the plant, but gently cradles a tiny tomato in its palm. It bows its head, staring intently at the prize with curiosity and hunger, as if checking its ripeness. As soon as the video was released, skeptics laughed, claiming it was just a funny neighbor in a King Kong suit pranking the homeowner. But look at the natural stance and the skull structure. Could any costume be that realistic? More importantly, if this video is real, the biggest question isn't what is it, but why? What drove a creature famous for its instinct to hide to risk its life, entering a human backyard just to steal a few tomatoes? Has their natural habitat been depleted to the point where they are starving and forced to take risks to survive? The daylight abduction at Katmai National Park. Aerial views usually provide a sense of safety and control. But for rescue pilot James Miller, during a routine patrol over the remote wilderness of Katmai National Park, that safety was shattered the moment he looked down. Leaked dashcam footage from his helicopter captures a scene so harrowing, it forces viewers to question the safety of anyone venturing into the deep woods. From high altitude, the lens clearly captures a massive creature, covered entirely in jet black fur, striding heavily across a grassy clearing at the forest's edge. But it is not walking alone. Its massive left hand is tightly gripping the ankle of a man wearing an orange jacket. Look at this terrifying contrast. The creature moves with a slightly hunched but powerful posture, dragging the man across the rough terrain as effortlessly as if he were a rag doll. The man lies face down, arms dangling, completely motionless. There is no sign of struggle, suggesting he is either unconscious or worse. As soon as the video surfaced, skeptics immediately retorted, "This is just a movie scene or a prank. That man is stiff, it's definitely a mannequin." However, area rangers confirmed that no film crews or tourist groups had registered to operate in this restricted no-fly zone. And far more terrifying, there are no missing person reports that match the description of the man in the orange jacket. If this is a mannequin, who hauled it into this treacherous wilderness just to put on a show for a helicopter? And if this video is real, who is the nameless man? And how did his fate end in the monster's lair? The giant walking in the rain. This video, hastily filmed through a car windshield, captures a paradox that makes viewers shudder. A man claims he encountered Bigfoot, not in the dense jungle, but trudging along a lonely road through arid lands. From a distance, a massive black silhouette appears, standing out among the cacti and scraggly Joshua trees. Look at the creature's physique. It possesses a broad back, shoulders humped with muscle, and a body entirely covered in jet black fur. It doesn't run, nor does it rush. It takes long, slow, but powerful strides, its long arms swinging loosely in rhythm with its step, completely ignoring the rain lashing against it. Skeptics immediately spoke up. It's just a guy in a costume taking a walk. But believers pointed out a fatal logical flaw. Who would wear a thick, heavy faux fur suit to walk in torrential rain in the middle of nowhere? The rainwater would soak into the suit, adding dozens of pounds and smelling terrible. Would any prankster endure that torture just to scare a random passing car? And you, look at that solitary, sullen gait. Are you seeing a crazy prankster braving the weather? Or are we witnessing a true Sasquatch migrating through the desert? Leave your verdict below. A family hunting trip encounter in northern Ontario. This video was extracted from a trail camera deep in the forests of northern Ontario, where the law of survival of the fittest is displayed most nakedly. The camera captures two creatures moving along an abandoned logging trail in the dead of night. Leading the way is a mature male Bigfoot of massive size, estimated at over 8 feet tall. What sends a chill down zoologists' spines isn't the creature's size, but what it's holding in its hand, a dead, white-tailed deer. Look at the way it drags the heavy carcass with one hand as lightly as a human carries a grocery bag. Its stride is long, knees bent to absorb the load, yet its upper body remains perfectly vertical, a posture bears cannot achieve while carrying weight. Following just behind, sullen and observant, is a smaller Bigfoot, likely a juvenile being taught how to hunt and carry the kill back to the den. Skeptics claim these are two men in costumes staging a hoax. However, image analysis experts counter. For a normal person, wearing a thick fur suit with limited visibility to lift a deer with one hand and walk briskly on slippery snow is physically impossible. Is there anyone willing to sacrifice the effort to haul a real carcass into the woods at midnight just for a photo? Or are we witnessing the primal hunting power of a Sasquatch family? Yeti's fury in the heart of the blizzard. A violently shaking video currently circulating will make you rethink taking a walk alone on foggy days. The man who recorded this footage admits he wishes he had never let his curiosity get the better of him, nor zoomed his phone in on that white shadow in the distance. At first, it was just a faint white blur blending into the mist. But as the lens zoomed in, a giant creature was clearly revealed. It possesses thick fur, a mix of white and ash gray, allowing it to camouflage perfectly in the blizzard, along with a massive frame that dwarfs the surrounding trees. The scary part isn't its size, but its rage. The creature is in a state of frenzy, repeatedly stomping on a bright red object beneath its feet. The most horrifying moment hits when the cameraman realizes what that red object is. A human winter puffer jacket, shredded and tattered. In the midst of venting its madness, the creature seems to spot the observer. It roars and charges straight toward the rock where the man is hiding. But fortunately, or perhaps due to its clumsiness and its blind fury, it slips on the icy snow and tumbles into the abyss just before it can reach the lens. The video ends abruptly. Skeptics who watched it laughed, claiming it was a clumsy skit, a guy in a polar bear mascot suit taking a funny fall. But look at the way it obliterated that jacket. Do you think that is the strength of an actor, or the lethal rage of a Yeti? Leave your opinion below. Bigfoot sighting in the Cascade Mountains. The most convincing evidence of Bigfoot often comes from the shaky, accidental lenses of amateur hikers. This controversial footage, filmed in the rugged terrain of the Cascade Mountains, is the clearest proof of that lucky or unlucky accident. A hiker named Mark while stopping to rest and panning his camera to capture the majestic beauty of the pine forest under the noon sun, inadvertently caught an uninvited guest. Unlike typical descriptions of Bigfoot, this creature appears clear as day, a massive body covered in thick, sleek, reddish-brown fur. Look at its facial structure: a high brow ridge, flat nose, and powerful, protruding jaw muscles, features completely devoid of human traits. However, the moment of eye contact is fleeting. As soon as it detects Mark, instead of aggression, the creature shows extreme panic and immediately launches itself, vanishing into the steep mountainside. When the video was released, a wave of ridicule exploded. Just a prank by locals to boost tourism. However, Mark presented an argument that silenced the skeptics. This area is a steep cliff covered in sharp shale, where even professional climbers with full safety gear struggle. Look at that massive muscle mass. If this is a person in a heavy costume, that person is not only a lunatic betting their life on a cliff edge, but also an anonymous Olympic athlete. Because no rubber suit allows a human to move that flexibly on such deadly terrain without falling. The creature's teleporting jump by the creek. How can a giant creature teleport 100 meters in just 3 seconds to attack a human? The answer lies in this video, which will make you doubt your own eyes. Through the cameraman's dense foliage cover, a strange figure appears in a dry, rocky riverbed. It is not a fisherman. This creature stands upright, over 7 feet tall, covered in reddish-brown fur, standing motionless in the flowing water. The cameraman, curious but cautious, keeps a safe distance in his hiding spot. Suddenly, the sharp crack of a breaking branch rings out beside him, causing him to startle and pan the camera to the right. In just those few seconds of distraction, when the lens returns, the creature in the river has vanished, and bam! From the brush right next to the cameraman, a black shadow lunges at him. The screen goes black, leaving only the sound of heavy breathing and chaotic impact. The fate of the man remains a mystery. Skeptics immediately debunked the video. This is a clumsy prank by 2 friends. They analyzed that the distance from the middle of the river to the hiding spot is too far. No living creature, not even a cheetah, could cover that distance in 3 seconds, unless it knows how to teleport. But let me propose a darker hypothesis. If this video is real, what if the creature lunging from the brush wasn't the one standing in the river? Could the cameraman have been surrounded by a pack of Bigfoots using a bait-and-switch tactic? One acting as a decoy, while the other strikes from behind? Do you think this is a spliced video or proof of pack hunting intelligence? Let me know your opinion. Midnight Feast of the Giant in the Appalachians. We often hear terrifying stories of Bigfoot hunting deer or attacking tents. But this black and white footage extracted from a camera trap deep in the Appalachian Mountains brings a completely different feeling. In the dim infrared light, a giant creature appears. Even while hunching, it is estimated to be over 7 feet tall with broad shoulders and thick fur covering its body. Instead of displaying the power of an apex predator, this creature is digging. It bends over, using its hands to bring something it just found in the soil to its mouth. Perhaps roots or larvae. This slow, meticulous eating action shows a very mundane and primal aspect of the legendary creature. However, when the video is zoomed in, controversy explodes. Not because of its size, but because of its hand. Skeptics point out that the creature's hand is too similar to a human hand. Slender, flexible fingers, and specifically, dark fingernails that look extremely neat. They mock, "Look at those nails. Looks like an actress in a costume who forgot to remove her nail polish." Conversely, believers argue that the muscle structure of the back and neck is too massive to be a human in disguise. They claim the black nails are actually thick, dirty natural keratin, caused by the primate's habit of digging in the earth with bare hands. If this is a fake, why would the actor be so careless as to reveal such well-groomed hands? And if it is real, what drove a giant to the state of digging in the dirt for food? Yeti in the Yukon wilderness. The video they tremblingly recorded through a car windshield challenges every denial of the Yeti's existence in the frozen lands. Amidst the barren winter forest and knee-deep snow, a giant creature looms over the crest of a hill. Not a polar bear, not a moose. This creature stands completely upright on two legs, with grayish-white fur helping it camouflage perfectly into the environment. Observe how it moves. While a human would struggle to wade through the deep snow, this creature takes long, powerful strides, walking on top of the snow's surface with incredible muscular power. Skeptics sneered that this was just a man in a winter camouflage suit. However, scientists and zoologists have retorted sharply. They point out that for a normal person wearing a thick suit to lift their knees high enough to clear deep snow smoothly, while keeping their upper body that stable, is physically impossible. The ratio of shoulder width to hips also far exceeds human standards. Is there anyone with enough time on their hands to go out into the middle of a snowy forest to play monster? Or has nature truly created a perfect organism to dominate this frozen wasteland? Bigfoot in the Ural birch forest. This footage, found in a camera left at the scene, may be the final proof that humans are not the only predators in this frozen land. Amidst a barren birch forest in winter, a giant creature is trudging along, its back to the lens. It possesses an unusually broad back and thick brownish-gray fur, draped like a natural coat to withstand the cold. The man risked following it for quite a distance. However, tragedy strikes when the creature suddenly stops. It seems to have known it was being tailed for a long time. In an instant, it whirls around and charges straight at the lens with terrifying speed. The video cuts out, and strangely, no reports of missing persons or animal attacks were recorded in this area afterward. The most controversial detail lies in the creature's gait. Skeptics point out that it doesn't walk with straight legs, but moves with its knees bent in a clumsy manner. They claim this is a sign of someone wearing a heavy suit trying to keep their balance. Furthermore, why would a super beast with a keen sense of smell let a human get that close before reacting? Conversely, believers and Bigfoot researchers assert that the bent knee gait is the most authentic evidence. In thick, sinking snow, lowering the center of gravity and lifting the legs high is the only way a giant primate can move efficiently without exhausting itself. What do you think of this argument? Is that gait the clumsiness of an amateur actor, or the master movement skills of the Yeti? Watch the 10th second again and leave your opinion. After watching this footage, many people said they no longer look at the deep woods in the same way. Because the scariest thing isn't a massive creature hiding in the darkness, but the possibility that we have misjudged our understanding of the natural world. If the creature in this video truly exists, it is not a mindless predator, but an entity that knows how to observe, how to evade, and when to reveal itself. And that poses an uncomfortable question. Is Bigfoot hiding from humans, or are humans trespassing on its territory? To this day, there is no official conclusion, no confirmation, no denial, only a prolonged silence from organizations that were once very confident in their answers. And sometimes, silence is the most haunting evidence of all. If you have a theory, a hypothesis, or your own perspective on this video, leave a comment below. Don't forget to hit like if this content made you rethink what you once believed, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell to join us in continuing to track these unsolved mysteries, because this journey has only just begun.